Okay, secrets revealed for the Mauler. So many players have actually been asking me to do this video because, they have the Mauler, but they're finding that their Mauler is going down very quickly. So even though it's leveled up, they're wondering, maybe it's the pilot skills, what's going on. So I figured I'd do this video because the next update, the Mauler is actually going to get a nerf, and these things are going to matter even more so in order to keep your Mauler alive. So we're going to touch base with, things like the specialization track, the pilot skills, and, taking a look at some of the weapons as well. And I think I'll throw in a couple of tips as far as, what I do in order to stay alive in the Mauler. And I think that would be pretty much what we're going to cover for today's video. So let's get started here with the specialization track. Okay, so I typically go with the brawler track. I pick the Titan repair amplifier and also the self-fix reactor. I think some players might use Titan anti-control. Something like this would be handy if you're finding that you're getting hit with like EMPs, for example, which may actually be the case because, in the next update, we're going to have the Teth robot, which will EMP players. So this might work, but typically I do use the self-fix reactor. And this is more to help with the Titan repair amplifier activating, okay, because that's how I stay alive. And that's how I make it more tankier, if you will. Okay, so we have this pilot over here. Obviously, I prefer the pilot for the Mauler. But these are the pilot skills that I have. Okay, so you're going to notice a lot of pilot skills kind of focused around like durability and resistance. So for example, we have like Adamant Guardian, Cautious Pilot, Tough Guy. Okay, so a lot of defensive skills. Really important to have those. The Clever Survivor as well. Okay, so we have that. And as far as the weapons go, my preference right now is actually the Kraken Vajra and the Kraken Mahavajra. I know some players use the, the acid shotguns. Let me just go to the alpha weapon here. Some players prefer to use the Anguisher. Okay, so you could use that, but I actually prefer the Mahavajra and the Vajra weapons. I think it's stronger. Although those weapons will be getting a slight nerf, I think, in the next update. So other options you could, definitely look at would be like the Veyron-Evora. Also, the flamethrowers might be really good. You want something that's, going to output a lot of damage at close range, and it has a very fast reload time. So, for example, I prefer the Mahavajras and the Vajras over, say, the Hugin or the Arbiter, just because these weapons, maybe the Hugin is close range, but I do prefer the Mahavajra and the Vajra over it. And I believe these weapons are going to get nerfed too. So what I would do is I would actually stick to maybe the Mahavajra Vajra and the Veyron and Evora. I'm just looking to see what other weapons here might be a good choice. The flamethrowers might be a good choice. And maybe even possibly the ice rockets, although I haven't tested this out. Maybe I'll include gameplay of that just to kind of see how it performs. But yeah, my number one choice, even with the nerf, I think would be these weapons. After this, probably either flamethrowers or the, Evora Veyron, and then possibly the ice rockets, although I haven't really tested it out myself. Okay, so that's pretty much how I, structure things as far as the Mauler goes. As for the tips, we'll get into a game and then I'll kind of explain, what I do in terms of my timings, because that's really important when it comes to playing the Mauler. I have kind of started a little bit late here. Let's see if I can try to help this guy out. We need to charge up our Titan bar as quickly as possible. I'm going to see if I can maybe jump against this wall here so that we don't expose too much of the Raptor. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to get killed here. I don't have that much health left. That's going to kill me. Okay, let's see. What are we at with the Titan? Okay, we're going to drop in with the Erebus next. Let's just do that. There we go. Ooh. This guy's getting roasted. Oh, try to get a last stand on him. Okay, wait, hold on. That's actually doing a lot of damage to that Leo. He's almost dead. Oh! I need to load up quickly. Oh boy! Almost dead. Last stand on him. Okay, we're gonna drop in with the Mauler. Oh, he got sniped. Okay, so the thing with the Mauler that you always want to try to do, always make sure you have the 2 charges. So you can see on the right side, I have 2 charges. And the reason for that is because when you engage your opponent, you will need it. Especially if they're in a Titan. Okay, let's see if we can try to get Speak in here. So the dashing allows me to not take that much damage. It's just the way that the ability works. It's similar to the Ocho. So I try to save my dashes if I can. Only use it when I absolutely need to. This guy's gonna be okay, now we go for it. There we go. He may drop in here, so I'm gonna have to use a dash for that if he does. Okay, saving my dashes for now. Hold on. We're gonna do this. I still have that dash. This guy's gonna engage and then he's gonna leech onto me. So now I want to dash. Thing is, I activated my Frederick, so that might help against him. Hold on, hold on. We're gonna dash again. This way we don't take too much damage. I'm gonna need to get out of here. We got to be careful of that player. So whenever you need to boost your damage, that's when you activate the Dark Light. And usually when I'm fighting another Titan, I will dash first. You know, just to absorb that damage, and then, you know, depending on what happens. Okay, so they do have a Mauler here. So I'm going to save my dashes because I'm going to need it against him. He has full health too, plus he's linked, I believe. So this guy will blind me. Let me just reload here. There's a Mauler to my left somewhere. He's going into center. I'm just firing here because I need to reload. We're going to engage this guy. Don't want to dash just yet. He did dash, I believe. Kind of wondering if he's going to be okay, so he did dash. Let me just dash again. Yeah, that guy doesn't have a good setup. The Hugin and the they're not really good weapons. So you see what I did? I activated my my mothership. Okay, so we're gonna dash here to absorb that damage. Every time you dash, you absorb that damage. So that's the key. I did it again. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill him. He had a lot more health than I did, that's for sure. I activated my Dark Light. I'm gonna dash here again. So when you watch him, if he's I was gonna say, if you see that he's going to use the Dark Light on you, like you see the arm lifting up, that's when you want to dash so that you can absorb that damage. But that was a pretty good, I would say, demonstration of the Mauler. So I'm going to try out, you know, other weapons here. Maybe we can try out the Sonic. So this is how I ended up doing. We'll try out the Sonic and then I'll throw on the Ice Rockets just to kind of get a feel for whether that might be an option. Okay, so they have a lot of range. And we also have a Raptor moving in here, so I'm going to have to jump if I can. He doesn't have a last stand, but the thing is I'm getting hit on a flank here. So I'm not going to survive. And he must be linked. He's not really taking any damage. I think he might be linked, that guy. Okay, I may have to move in with this. He is linked. My teammates need to get into a center here. No one's in center. They're all hanging out. Yeah, you can't do that. I tried to go for the Leo because he was attached. That's why that Raptor survived for so long. And the thing is, we're not pushing into center, which is also a problem. Let's see if we can maybe try to hit this guy. I couldn't get him. No! Yeah, this is going to be a very big problem here. My teammates aren't actually moving into center. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this. We're trying to make our way into center here. The problem is, can we get it? Come on, come on. We gotta kill him. He's so close to dying. There we go. Finally, we got him. Now we need to get rid of this guy. We need to get into center here quick. Okay, we got the beacon. This is good. Can we maybe get this guy? Take out some of their campers? There's someone above us. Can't target him. Where is he? There we go. There we go. Okay, I may be able to drop in with the Mauler right now, but I think I should save it because things are getting kind of dicey here. Let's try to get these guys. Hiya! Ooh, that was a good hit. Okay, there is something over here that... Yeah, this guy we got to get rid of. They're going to bring a Mauler in here. My team needs to... Okay, wait, hold on. I may have to ditch this. This is good for the footage. Dark light. Need to dash backwards. Dash, 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 dash. Hold on. Whew. I need my dash. This guy may kill me. Hold on. Trying not to use my thing just yet because I know he's going to use his dark light here. Hold on. on. We're gonna do that. And that. Freestyle damage. Ooh. Trying to really time my abilities here. The problem is, I think I may be the only one that's... Ooh. Wait, did I dash? I think I did. I may have to dash again. Ooh. Trying to put my back towards the Devourer there. I gotta dash again. I'm gonna put the Dark Light so that my teammate can get rid of him. Ooh. What's over here? Maybe I can freeze him up for my teammates. Ooh, this guy's really running. Look at that. I think we're in we're in a lot of trouble here. That Leech has got to jump. We got to stop this one. There's a low key on that side. I may get killed here. Come on, he's almost dead. Oh. Low key on this side. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna win this, guys. I mean, I tried. Okay, there we go. We need to move into center ASAP. Oops. I don't know if we're gonna win this. We need more beacons, and they're dropping in with their more Titans over here. Oh, I'm gonna get smoked. This Leo will die to Titan weapons very quickly. Trying to hold this beacon white. I don't know if we're gonna win this one. This is a good game. There we go. I need my teammates to move in. Help, guys. He's gonna kill me. My team needs to get into center. I'm out. That was a good game. That was a really good game. Okay, so hopefully you can kind of see how I'm, managing the timings of my ability here. Yeah, if you can, always try to make sure you have your dashes saved up because, for example, if you encounter another Mauler and you see them use the Dark Light, that's when you want to dash. You want to absorb, all that damage, so that you don't end up dying. But otherwise, this is how we ended up doing here. Let's try to see if we can get some players here. Whoa, that's actually doing a lot of damage. Wow, I didn't think it was going to do that much. Whoa! Yeah, and you know what? Ice rockets, you can definitely use. Look at... That's actually doing pretty decent damage. Amount of rockets, though. Let's do that. Oh, I would have killed that Sirius. Okay, so we've just dropped in with our Mauler here. Let's try to get this to work. There we go. Okay, I think these guys are going to be pushing here soon. What is this? Oh, okay. We have an Eiffel or something here on the left. You know what? I'm just going to push. Let's try to roast this guy up. Whoa. That guy's getting roasted. Hi. He doesn't look too good. I gotta save up my dashes here because he's going to be... He's gonna be attacking me here soon. He's just waiting for his teammates. I got EMP'd. No! Trying to get that guy. Still roasting them up. Oh. I need to use my dash. I keep getting EMP'd. There we go. I need a dash. No! Dash! I need a dash again. Ah! Okay, just to kind of sum things up here, as far as the Mauler goes and the different builds, I still prefer the Mahavajra and the Vajra as my favorite. You know, the Evora and Veyron works. The Inferno and Pyro was pretty effective. You saw in that last clip. And, you know, I was quite surprised by the Oxy and the Argon. I think I need to explore that a bit more, but that is also another potential build for your Mauler. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope this guide was able to help you guys as far as, you know, building a stronger Mauler. If it did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. Stay safe. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.